Currently 9:29 a.m. Some brief analysis really quickly showing you the entity that is gang stalking is engaged in what is gang stalking a targeted individual that whose identity is known and who is subject to what is traditional stalking. Literally, it is traditional stalking by an entity that merely seeks to conceal that, cloak that, disguise that as a population that is merely at the same place, going coincidentally in the same direction, even though no one is targeting that person in particular, meaning they just happen to be driving at the intersection, stopped at the red light. They just happen to live at that location where you are walking by or driving by, or live at the location where you live. They just happen to be at the location where you're at. This is an entity that is very much engaged in targeting, and that's what I'm revealing to you when I'm capturing this pattern of conduct. This is Exhibit A. First of all, this is an employee of Ovid Family Community Library, and there is no mental incapacity with regard to the pattern of conduct that is negating intent or knowledge, the inability to speak, or the inability to walk, right? You have Yesenia, that is again, has some sort of physical incapacity, perhaps developmentally challenged in one way or another. She is gang stalking, and the provision of OPARC, gang stalking with them, is the evidence showing that there is no removal from the pattern of conduct, even if they're a child, even if they are in one way presenting as being mentally ill or deficient, developmentally challenged in one way. This is somebody that is fully cognizant of the pattern of conduct as he's engaging in, and this is a screenshot that I want you to see. At 9:13 a.m. when I'm leaving the Ovid Family Community Library where the entity kept the fake son, this is where the positioning is, and he is stopping in the path, okay? And this is a driver that is presenting him gang stalking me together. This is the entity. All right, very well driven by a homosexual of the U.S. military, letting him out, regardless of the specific identity. This is the entity, license 39061J4, under the fake son. Doing so as I am walking from the side of the library to the entrance. This is when the demon arrives to let him out, which is crossing path. And they're doing so bearing license plate at 9:13 a.m. 39061J4. This is stalking by an entity. This entity is stalking under license plate 39016J4, all right? It is also the entity that is stalking as an entire entity. This is the government. This is a population sharing in that. This is when you're driving by their homes. This is when they're flying over their homes and you're across the street. This is while they're walking on the sidewalks. The entity is indeed stalking you and knows exactly where you're at, and you know that by virtue of the fake son. This fake son is in the same position in the evening while I'm at this same Ovid Family Community Library, okay? So let me show you the time. So it's 9:13 a.m., okay? So with regard to what is this pattern of conduct, this is gang stalking, blocking my path as I'm walking from the library and I'm walking to Upland, California, and the fake son is moving over me. And I just documented all manner of gang violence by a bunch of hostile demons driving a McCarthy white van, stalking in the path and exhibiting severe mental instabilities, psychopathic, hostile, demon-possessed, mad because they're being documented, silent while doing so, engaging in all the elements of monitoring as a demon-possessed, i.e. mentally ill person representing a company, engaging in treason in the United States, making money, and paying a terrorist, a demon, some unidentified white male that is stalking a black woman, when you want to include the demographics, which are irrelevant regarding demon possession and criminal surveillance. These are the illusions that they present to you. And this is McCarthy that is gang stalking. After I pass McCarthy, that's video that's captured before right now, I am at what is Chevron. This is 506 North Euclid Avenue. This is 215 East C Street. All right, they are both off of Euclid Avenue, but Chevron is north up Euclid Avenue, off of what is E as in Edward. So I've passed C Street, past D Street, and I'm at Chevron, where the fake sun is over me into the afternoon as well. This is definitely the P.O.C. What I want to show you is that the entity that is gang stalking, the entity that is gang stalking with a specific actor, is one sharing in knowledge, and there's no coincidence based on that environment that is following me. And this is the same demon. They have white vans over here. They're stalking me in the path. They're engaging in this pattern of conduct, surrounding me, getting off at the gas stall, surrounding me, using your device, speaking a foreign language, gang stalking me, speaking to immigrants that are to be deported out of this country if they're not natural-born citizens. The entity that's keeping the fake son while they're demons, mentally ill, stalking with light, while this fake son keeps in step with me. And this is the entity that's doing so while they are sharing in the same exact pattern of conduct. This is the same demon that's engaging what is gang stalking me with the Ovid Family Community Library employee, and doing so while I'm showing you the fake sun. This is at what is 9:13 a.m. at 215 East C Street. The fake sun remaining over me and leaving from the Ovid Family Community Library, which is not what it's doing when I'm sitting at the library all day long. Look at the evidence of March 3rd, 2026. There's more than that, but I'll just give you that evidence. When this entity, Ovid Family Community Library, engaged in what is an unlawful exclusion for which the employees of Ovid are also going to federal prison. The entity is engaged in what is stalking. This third party is targeting me specifically while an employee of this venue gets out of the van, which is how they are gang stalking me as an entity. As I am walking north of Euclid Avenue to Chevron at 506 North Euclid Avenue at 9:22 a.m., this same demon is stalking, engaging in surveillance in the parking lot, crossing path in doing so. Fake sun right over the vehicle as I move. He is stalking, and he is stalking me specifically while this fake sun is present. He's engaging in what is loitering in the path with light activity. And this is the same knowledge that all of the demon possessed identified by the presence of the environment and the stalking by the government. That is literally the demons that are stalking me in planes and helicopters under the fake sun are exposing themselves as demons to you. While they are targeting me, they're exposing themselves as demons to you. While they're engaging what is following me around, which is what you're doing while a fake sun remains over me. License 8 Henry George George 850. 8 Henry George George 850 is stalking me right now while I'm capturing this video in concert with the entity that is targeting while I'm on Euclid Avenue walking north up into the city of Upland. This is the entity that's maintaining this, and I just want to show this. This is the entity that's going to be subject to involuntary commitments. I've never met this overweight white male that's gang stalking me, gang stalking in furtherance of murdering me, and doing so with specific knowledge of who I am. Proven by the entity that is stalking me by planes at Chevron as a matter of evidence, stalking me by helicopter as a matter of evidence at both of these venues, the Ovid Family Community Library that is under the fake sun, and also while the entity has the fake sun over me while I walk to Chevron, and this same third party is targeting me, stalking me in concert with a population. All right, this is him in this van, and this is another third party that's gang stalking me. Actually, I don't even want to assume it's a third party. It's a state actor. This could be very well a military personnel. This could be somebody of the Ontario Police Department. It could be somebody of LAPD. It could be somebody that's gang stalking me that works for the administration of Upland Police. It's anybody. The entity is stalking, however, and it is proven through this environment that is absolutely, absurdly impossible to exist, and it is the evidence, the signature of the gang stalkers, who, by the way, are very much aware of who I am while they are stalking me, following me from place to place, which is what this is evidence of. That's exactly what this is evidence of. He's following from place to place. All right, this is license plate 39016J4. That's what the entire entity is doing, okay? Following from place to place. This El Morado in Euclid Avenue, and this is the fake sun that is over me, and the entity is keeping this fake sun over me while the entity is gang stalking. License MCEAZY is stalking. This is a psychopath that is demon possessed, okay? While you're silent, you're going to be committed. While you're engaging in what is gang stalking with the government that is stalking in planes and helicopters, and you're silent, you're going to be committed. While you look to the left and right like nothing is happening or being documented, you're going to be committed, and they're going to this fake sun move over me while this demon is stalking and cannot avoid that evidence. Stare at the paper all you want. These are the psychopaths that are engaged in that pattern of conduct while they're humiliated for being vagina monitoring sex offenders who are engaging in terrorism in the United States of America, and they're cowards. They're the demon possessed and they're cowards. You don't need that demon to say anything because they're engaging in it with the government. They are fully surrounded with the asinity of stalking in planes and helicopters day and night. All right, this is a coward that's engaged in what is serving Family Foot Center is a gang stalker. That's the P.O.C. running away, okay? That's the fake sun. They don't have to say anything, but they've said a lot. And everything that they said is going to be used against them. P.O.C. That's the pattern of conduct, and that's pacing, all right? This is pacing. Just to show you that the entity is very much engaged in targeting, and so is every business. Bank of America is stalking. Family Foot Center is stalking. Mission Furniture is stalking. Pizza Hut is stalking. The entity that Southwest Airlines is stalking. The Jessup building and all those demons that are losing their ability to practice any means of medicine or be in the medical field because they've engaged it in it. They've used it and exploited it for surveillance. Stalking, okay? This is P.O.C. I'm going to document these license plates. 7 Mary Yolanda Larry 538. This is the P.O.C. 8 Yolanda Appleberry 121. P.O.C. license 8 Bob Zebra Cherry 779. Gang stalking at the Family Foot Center. License 7YIT 531. Just like the demon is gang stalking me from the Ovid Family Community Library and stalking in the path with his obsessing over me. They're obsessed because they are in fact demon possessed. And science is putting the mentally ill where they belong, in cages where they can't target American citizens that they want to sexually violate, watch nude on the internet and masturbate to, that they want to rape and they want to kidnap so that they can have access to them and watch them like animals. That's what's gang stalking me in that white van from Chevron to the, from Ovid Family Community Library to Chevron. This is the P.O.C. That's the entire entity. A bunch of cowards that can't look what is the one that's prosecuting them in their face because they're demons. This is the spirit of Satan that compels them. And the federal government is going to put them away in facilities. This is P.O.C. It is currently 9:39, 9:40 a.m. P.O.C.